right, you just can't stand the taste of your water. You're tired of buying cases of bottled water, cases and cases. You're not alone. And what about fighting those stubborn hard water deposits? It's all that kind of getting a little old, right?
It's getting really old.
Yeah.
Well, we've invited Derk Chamberlin, independent water consultant, in to tell you how you can get better than bottled quality water from every faucet in your house and never buy another case of bottled water again. Say goodbye to hard water problems forever. Derk, you're here to help.
I'll try.
Thank you so much
for
being here. Well, of course we know that Arizona tap water tastes horrible, but is that our fault? Like, is there something we're doing wrong that we should be doing differently?
No, you know what, guys? It's the story that we've all been told by the water softener industry, that the water softener that you can buy is the end-all be-all to taking care of all of your water problems. And you know, the trouble with that is, you know, these things, the water softener companies and the water softener peddlers, they've been coasting on antiquated technology. Water softeners were invented over a century ago, and they haven't changed at all. Our water has changed a lot, but they don't talk about what's in our water now, and that the water softeners alone don't take it out. You know, here's the truth. Water softeners don't take out, water softeners alone anyway, don't take out the bad stuff in your water. They take the healthy calcium and magnesium out, and they replace it with salt. Well, guess what? 100 years ago, doctors didn't know that you shouldn't have that much salt in your diet. But you know what the Mayo Clinic does? Because the Mayo Clinic says if you own a water softener, they can be a hidden source of sodium in your diet. So if you want more salt, get a softener. That'll do it. And you know what? What other industry do you know of that hasn't changed their product in 112 years and is still selling it to you like it's the greatest thing on the planet? Water softeners. They haven't changed in 112 years. I mean, cars, TVs, appliances, they've all changed. They've had to.
So, I mean, what other, like you said, what other technology are we still using that our great-grandparents were using? Or, you know, right. That's just not something we really think about. So really tell me about why this soft water is not doing anything for our today's problems.
Okay, well, because it doesn't take the softeners don't take any of the bad stuff out. You know, the other big system that people, you know, swear by are ROs. Well, you know what? ROs were invented 70 years ago, and they were invented to put on Navy ships so that the sailors could take the salt out of seawater and drink it. But they were never intended to drink that water all the time. They were expected, when they get back to land, to go back to regular water. People today don't do that. They drink reverse osmosis water, which is a lot like bottled water, which is the way they make bottled water. And you know what? The World Health Organization has said, this is me saying it, this is the World Health Organization, says that drinking demineralized water, water with the calcium and magnesium taken out like a reverse osmosis system does, isn't good for you. As a matter of fact, it creates type 2 diabetes, heart disease, you know, there's a lot of other stuff, but they don't really talk about that. Again, no one regulates the water softener industry, so they can say whatever they want.
Okay, well, that's alarming. So then while we have you here, a pro, kind of tell us, you know, what else do we need to know about water softeners and ROs?
Well, you know what? With water softeners, you will be buying those heavy bags of salt for the rest of your life. And with ROs, you're going to be changing the under-sink filters and doing that a couple of times a year. And you know what? ROs, they only produced 1 gallon of water and waste 4. So that's 10,000 gallons of water a year. That's a swimming pool full of wasted water. So once you get finished paying for the wasted water, paying to have the filters and membranes changed, the price tag looks a little different. So it's not it's worth thinking twice about.
Well, so we know what we shouldn't be using, but now you're going to tell us what we should be using, what we can actually do to fix all these problems.
Right. If you don't like the taste of your tap water, and that's the reason most people get a water system. If you don't like the taste of your tap water, you're tired of buying cases of bottled water, you're maybe a little concerned about the stuff that you're showering in, it's probably time you think about getting a whole house water system that filters all the water coming in your house, takes the bad stuff out before it reaches your family. And the best one I've ever found is one that I brought along, that H2O Concepts let me bring along to show you guys.
So we're not talking about a water softener system.
No.
We are not talking about an RO. What are we talking about with this system?
This is actually the next generation in water treatment for your home. There's no other system like it on the market, and with this system, once it's installed in your garage, you'll never have to buy another case of bottled water. It gives you great tasting water out of every faucet. It takes the chlorine and contaminants out of every shower so that you're not showering in. And you know what, guys? It doesn't use salt, so you don't have that slippery, slimy feeling that you do when you bathe in softened water. And you'll never buy another bag of water softener salt. And you know what? Once this is installed in your garage, you don't have to touch it for 10 years. There's nothing to do, no filters to change, nothing to remember to do. And you know, all you have to do is sit back and relax and enjoy great tasting water.
Yeah, I mean, day in, day out, that's what we're going to be doing. We're going to be drinking our water, so that's exactly what Heather and I are going to do. Here,
now, again, this is Tucson tap water after it's been through one of these systems. See what you think.
Straight from there, and here we go.
Refreshing.
The water snob approves. And I also approve of the great deal you guys are having right now.
They do. H2O Concepts told me to say, you know, in honor of their 25th anniversary, because they've been making water systems in the state for 25 years, they'll give you a $400 discount, a $250 manufacturer's kick the salt rebate. There's free normal installation, so that won't cost you a dime, and their financing package is available to fit any budget OAC, so there's no reason not to call now.
Well, Derk, we can't put a price tag on the health of our family and us not looking older, so I'm going to go with that. Thank you so much again for stopping by with us.
Thank you.
You guys, the most advanced home water system available can be yours, along with great tasting water from every faucet, no chlorine or contaminants in the shower, and no more hard water problems. Just call H2O Concepts. They're at 1-877-442-5222 or visit h2oconcepts.com.